How's it going? How are we doing? What are you saying? Thanks for watching. I'm just waffling. Yo. Hi. Bonjour. Guten Tag. I've run out of brain power, but I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a very good mood. I'm in a fantastic mood. I'm in such a good mood. I just had to record an ASMR video, you know what I'm saying? I'm in such a good mood that I figured out how to turn up the gain on my microphone properly. And now, you guys don't have to suffer with really quiet audio. I do sincerely apologise for that. I knocked down my gain somehow, accidentally, and recorded 10 videos. I batch recorded 10 videos in like 2 days, and I didn't notice the issue before I went away. I had already scheduled all of my uploads for like those 10 days, and all of them were just super quiet, so probably explains why the channel's fallen off a cliff whilst I've been gone. It's not really fallen off a cliff. I'm only joking. We hit 5k subs whilst I was away, which thank God we did, because I made a 5k special in anticipation, and I would have looked like an absolute idiot if I didn't hit 5k and then I uploaded a 5k special, but you guys pulled through, so thank you very much for pulling through. It's much appreciated. Here's the 10k by Christmas. 5k in like a month. What are we saying? Hey, what are we saying? Hey. God, not another 6-7 ASMR video. We can't be doing that. 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 Never again. Never again are we doing a 6-7 ASMR video. Unless it gets like 1 million views, then I might do it again, but never again. Never again am I doing a 6-7 ASMR video. Never again. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a very good mood. I'm in a wicked mood. I'm in an awesome state of mind. Well, actually, I'm a bit tired of it. Kind of burned out physically and mentally. But I promise I'm in a good mood, because I mentioned I just batch recorded 10 videos. It's because I've been away. I went on a weekend away with my girlfriend for 3 days, 3 nights. 4 days, 3 nights. And then I went straight onto a film set for a week. In none other than London, in London, in London, in London, in London. And it was a fantastic experience. I learnt a lot. I really, really did learn a lot from that week. It was good to have some chill time, some time to relax with the missus. We went to the middle of nowhere in the countryside, just got an Airbnb to ourselves, experimented with some cooking, tried some new recipes, went on some long walks, explored these tiny towns that didn't really have anything going on in them, but you know, still, it was fun to explore. One of them had like a little sweet shop in, and I got some chocolate coated coffee beans. They were really good. Chocolate coated coffee beans. Chocolate coated coffee beans. They were really, really tasty. That's not why I'm in a good mood, or maybe it's partially why I'm in a good mood, but it's not that specifically. I sort of like Sonic the Hedgehog. My hair's grown out now, and I think I got a bit overexcited with the hairdryer, because what the fuck, bro? Why is my head so long? Why is my head so long, man? My head's like 2 rulers high. I need to bring back the fringe, but I have a barcode fringe, it's so straight. And it's also just like, my hair's so thick and wiry. It's like, look at the state of it, man. Maybe I should just buzz all my hair off again. I need a haircut realistically, but I checked my barber's booking app today. And bloody hell, the guy's booked up until January 31st. Profit's the 19th of November. The day I'm recording this. Why the fuck is my guy booked up for like 2 months in advance? What is that about? More than 2 months in advance. It's a sci-fi short film that I hope to share some more stuff about. I hope to share some more stuff about it with you guys eventually. But what I can share is that it's called We Dream in Colour, and it's about a futuristic dystopian universe where everybody has lost the ability to dream because life is so mundane. Everybody is constantly online using screens. Their brain activity is decreased to the point where they can no longer dream. However, big corporations have emerged with new dreaming technology where they have been distributing canisters, inhalers, almost like vapes, but they're dream inhalers. And these dream inhalers allow you to lucid dream. And for most people in this sci-fi universe, their sleep is the only escape they get from their horrible, grueling reality. Because so many people are below the poverty line, living in squalor. The economy is, well, fucked, for lack of a better word, so dreaming is the only escape. And with the expense of these products, it's like £25 per hit, people very, very quickly spend all of their money on these dream inhalers, and they turn into a drug epidemic. So many people are out on the streets homeless, addicted to dreaming, addicted to these dream inhalers. And the film follows one girl in particular who does live in quite a crappy apartment, but she's above the poverty line because she has an online job of which she hates, and she stumbles across a prototype for a brand new dream inhaler that's supposed to be the best on the market. And she gets her hands on this free of charge before it's supposed to be out, and it happens to give the best, most realistic, most enjoyable dreams. And it sends her life into disrepair when she cannot get a hold of it anymore. There was only one inhaler, and it only allowed her a handful of dreams before she ran out. And let's just say her life takes a downward spiral when she cannot get her fix of dreams anymore. So it's an interesting portrayal of drug addiction, and it's very similar to like Blade Runner. Have you seen the new Blade Runner films? In terms of its lighting, its aesthetic. And it was such a pleasure to work on. I was the production manager for the project, and it was phenomenal. I was working with so many new, extremely talented people. Everybody there is well experienced in the film industry, most more so experienced than I am, and it was great to learn from that experience, watch how these people work, how they communicate with each other, how they manage, because a lot of the shoot days had extras, or what's it called? Well, just extras, essentially. There's another word for them, but I forget what it is. Supporting artists, that's it. Supporting artists, essays, extras. 3 of the shoot days had quite a lot of extras, and it was my responsibility to help the AD team, the assistant directing team, to keep track of these extras, make sure that they were looked after, that they knew where they were going, how long they were on set for. And then when they were on set, there were a lot of complex scenes in the film, a lot of complicated blocking and camera movements. Now when I say you've got 2 actors and 10 extras. The blocking of the scene is how those actors and those extras move and interact with the world within the frame of the camera. So let's say you're in a bar scene, for example, and the character is walking through the bar, and maybe a waiter comes by and bumps into the main character, and that causes a wine glass to spill and another person to come over to clear it up, and it's a catalogue of errors. Well, all of those movements have to be rehearsed, they have to be planned, they have to be communicated by the director, and everybody has to have a mutual understanding of what's going on. So you can imagine if you had 50 extras within a scene and a couple of main cast, it can quickly become a lot of communication, a lot of rehearsal. When there's complex camera movements on top of that, if the camera's weaving in and out, you've got to direct the camera operator too. It's mind-blowing, and some of the stuff I saw happening on that set was mind-blowing, with the amount of attention to detail with these camera movements. The acting, the blocking, everything that I've just described was very present on this film. Not to mention the costume design, the props. There were so many custom props. The prop handler is in the person that created one of the specialist props in particular, and this prop it's like a stun gun kind of thing that puts somebody to sleep. It's not the dream inhaler, but it looked like a thermometer, one that you put in your ear, and it had an LED screen built into it. And on this LED screen it had sort of the progress of putting somebody to sleep. It's fully interactive, it had buttons that you could press and it would respond. The prop handler told me that he spent over 100 hours making this one prop for a short film. Over 100 hours. It's mad to me. So yeah, it was only seen in like one shot of the film. That goes to show the attention to detail, and you just you rarely see that on a short film. And you rarely see a short film made with the budget that this one is being made with. And I won't share the budget, but it's very healthy for a short film production. So yeah, it was a phenomenal experience to understand how those sets work with some just straight up talented people. Be down in London, sort of the heart of film in the UK. It was great, and I really hope I can work with those people again at some point in the future. But now it leads me to being back home. I've got a few more things planned, but as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm actually starting full-time work in December, so I've got 10 days of freedom before I become a slave to the 9 to 5. And to be honest, I've not fully come to terms with it, but I know the work I'm going to be doing is work that I love, and it's going to be at a place that hopefully is a good fit for me. So I'm so gassed for that. I feel like this next period, this next chapter for me personally is going to be super exciting, and I'm also just loving the channel as well, having you guys constantly supporting and looking out for me and leaving comments every single day. I read and respond to every single comment, and whatever you guys write down below, I always see it, and just know it's always appreciated. And sometimes it picks me up. Sometimes with the channel I'll have a video that doesn't do so well, and it's to be expected if I post every day. I'm not going to have a 10 out of 10 video every single day. There's going to be some things that perform better than others, and in those periods where the videos might not be doing as well, or YouTube said that my channel's underperforming, just got to remember that there are still people watching and hopefully enjoying the videos. I know they're enjoying them because you guys comment working with more experienced people than me. But I take a lot of comfort in the fact that when there is something coming up that I'm anxious for, or I might be worried about, I take a lot of comfort in the fact that it's pushing me out of my comfort zone, and it is essentially forcing me to learn, be in an environment that I'm not familiar with, and every single time in those instances, you grow as a person, you become more confident, you gain more skills, and it's those environments that push you to be better and do better. So if you are going through a time currently where you might be anxious, you're nervous, maybe you've got an exam coming up, maybe work has thrown some tough tasks at you, you've just got to remember that you will get through them. Time is inevitable, time is always going to pass, and you're going to be better off for the experience. And at the end of it, you'll get to look back and be glad that you got through it. You might be happy or proud of what you've achieved. And it's another break in the wall. The next time a challenge comes along, you're going to be that little bit more confident, that little bit more capable. And hopefully, overall stresses reduce over time as a result of that. So, I find a lot of comfort in thinking that way. I hope that it can help you find some comfort. And I hope that this video brought you some comfort. Aside from the part where I just whacked my mic, I'm very sorry about that, but I'm out of practice, guys, okay? I've been away for 10 days. I'm going to get back into it. But with that being said, I'm going to leave you to sleep now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and remember, if you do enjoy, videos come every single day on this channel. Make sure you smash like, subscribe, it's much appreciated, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.